is a public official not a public official? It's a strange question. 5 Investigates is asking about the Metropolitan Council. The largest planning organization in the state is now facing more calls for transparency. This all started when investigative reporter Ryan Race tried to get answers about a police chief who abruptly left without explanation.
Do you recognize this guy?
I don't know the name.
He is our police chief.
It may seem obvious. Now former Metro Transit Police Chief Ernest Morales.
Would you consider him a public official?
Absolutely.
An official in uniform leading a taxpayer-funded department.
Would you consider him a public official?
Yes.
He's holding official office, being the chief. Seems pretty straightforward to me. He's a public official.
Officially, he's not a public official.
No, that's not true.
It is if you ask Metro Transit and the organization above it, the Met Council. They believe the man who's been the face of public safety on trains and buses and oversaw more than 100 Metro Transit police officers is not a public official.
The chief of the Metro Transit Police Department has now resigned.
That means no one gets to see what led up to his departure while under investigation this fall. By law, if you're not a public official, those records stay private.
It's ridiculous on its face. I mean, it's just an absurdity.
State Senator Scott Dibble is the chair of the Senate Transportation Committee and longtime critic of the Met Council.
For them to claim that he's not a public official is on its face laughable. He's, of course, a public official.
The problem appears buried in the legalese in state law. Its definition of public officials includes a long list of what you would expect, like the head of a state agency and members of boards or commissions. But the Metropolitan Council is complicated.
Met Council is a peculiar beast. It operates in a very different way from most other governmental entities in the state.
Jane Kirtley at the University of Minnesota understands the state's public records law inside and out.
I can't get into the heads of the people that drafted this law decades ago. I'd like to think, though, that they simply didn't quite realize that they had created this loophole in their definition of what constituted a public official.
The Met Council is no stranger to criticism over transparency. In March of last year, the legislative auditor called out the organization directly in a report about cost overruns with Southwest Light Rail.
The Metropolitan Council was not as cooperative as most state agencies are when we come a calling.
When cracks appeared at these condo buildings during construction of that project, the Met Council hired an engineering firm and then refused to make public its taxpayer-funded report. Their reason? It's a highly technical, expert work product that will likely not be meaningful to the public.
Time and again, cover up, mislead, delay.
Dibble says this growing list of examples is why the 16-member board appointed by the governor needs to be elected.
They serve at the pleasure of the governor, but very rarely do they exercise the kind of oversight and authority. And they themselves are not that transparent or forthcoming. They don't respond to phone calls. They don't respond to constituent complaints.
In fact, 5 Investigates' Eric Rasmussen recently reached out to every single board member for their views on the Blue Line Extension project. He received only one response from the Director of Communications.
Kind of a no-brainer?
Yep.
As for that non-public public official, we still don't know what led to the departure of former Chief Morales. But 5 Investigates did get his personnel file. Most of it useless.
That seems like direct obfuscation to me. And Metro Transit saying he's not doesn't sit right with me.
They say he's not a public official.
Oh, there's just a story there.
Well, that's why we're here.
There's a story there.
We reached out to the State Department that can offer guidance during disputes over public records. They believe the definition of public officials in state law is likely an oversight, and it probably never considered how the Met Council fits in. They added it would require a legislative fix, something that Senator Dibble said he plans to do.
Eventually, people get tired of their common sense being questioned.
It's a little bit of a head scratcher, for sure.
Over and over. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Ryan.